Hello and welcome. I'm Shanna Thweatt. Thank you for joining me this evening for this segment of Elegance, Romance, and Joie. On this segment, I wanted to show you just a sampling of the platters that I will serve this evening with cocktails before my formal dinner. I think it's a wonderful way for my guests to say hello, because everyone that knows me knows my seating charts are quite interesting. That way, they can't say I sat next to a total stranger. With that, let's get started. First, with my platters and trays, I always line it with parchment paper. And then I like to line the outsides with a wonderful leafy green. I've chosen kale for this evening. You can use any type of wonderful leafy lettuce, even like a Boston lettuce, anything that is really robust and has a lot of the waves and crevices. Looks wonderful. I have a wonderful selection of crackers, nuts. I always like puff pastries. I have cookies. Cookies, just a butter cookie, something very simple. Light wafer crackers, these are rosemary, quite delicious. I have chocolate covered almonds, Brazilian nuts, walnuts, blueberries, and a wonderful cranberry chutney that I always make. It's just quite delicious. Now, for the charcuterie portion of any trays, which is the meat portion, I have chosen prosciutto, a smoked turkey, a blackened ham. It's just quite delicious. And I have absolutely beautiful tomatoes on the vine, which are absolutely gorgeous and quite delicious. And a selection of olives. Again, there is no right or wrong. It's whatever you think your guests will enjoy. I've got Kalamata olives, I've got black, I have the stuffed olives, and they are absolutely, absolutely so delicious. And I like all of these really interesting. Again, the tomatoes, just very interesting. They almost look like buttons, but they are quite delicious. And for my baguettes, I drizzle with a rosemary and garlic infused oil that I make all the time, and it's absolutely delicious. Now, for this platter, I have just some onion tops, I have strawberries, I have, again, nuts, and an array of cheeses, and of course, my grapes on the vine. All the grapes should be on the vine. It just makes a better presentation, and they are not running all over the plate, which is wonderful. Also, I use ramekins. Ramekins keep everything all nice together rather than running inside and out of the plate or just mixing. I like everything to be nice and separate, and it just looks gorgeous. It's a great attention to detail. Now, for the crudité portion, which is your raw vegetables, ramekins are also wonderful because it keeps your dressings and your sauces all in the little ramekins, which is absolutely perfect. And I also like aioli sauces. I make those all the time, which are great for dipping or drizzling. Gorgeous. Of course, lots of candles and dim lights create the wonderful romantic ambiance, because everyone knows I love my romance. And speaking of romance, my next book, The Trevi Fountain, is available now on Amazon, Amazon Kindle, Amazon paperback, and I know you'll enjoy this. And for all of those that have bought my books all over the world, I thank you so much. Again, Amazon in the US, when you're purchasing on the Kindle app, or paperback, is the same, but it's a different area of Amazon when you're in Europe. And I thank you. So many of you have written me and sent me all these wonderful DMs, and it's so wonderful to hear what you think of my stories, and I greatly appreciate it. So, with that, again, I'm Shanna Thweatt. Thank you for joining me this evening for this segment of Elegance, Romance, and Joie. Until next time.